Hello everybody, welcome back to your series here, and I'm going to review a little bit about what we talked about in the last video, as well as learn some new things having to do with word wrap and whitespace. So we have right here word wrap colon break hyphen word, and this is the property. This is the value we are assigning to it, and what this does is if we have a really long word that goes longer than the box that it's in allows it to go, well, then it's going to break out of that box and continue to go. So if we don't have this on, watch what happens to this text. Oh, you see, it's too long, so it continues to go on the web page. That's not good here. We don't want that. There may be a situation where you do want that, but we don't in this situation. So what I'm going to do is add that back in. Just word wrap, break word, and now it stays within the page. Now the reason why this one down here goes out of the page, that's because we are assigning this to the paragraph. And this is not a paragraph, this is a div. Div, my friend, yo. So that's where that text went. Alright, so there's another thing we can learn about. That is, what's it called? Well, we have whitespace, and we also have text indent. So let's go over whitespace. Whitespace, there's a few options we can give it. Obviously, we have normal. Almost anything has a normal property value, which just brings back to normal, so it's pretty much pointless unless you're getting rid of a value that's been given to it already. So whitespace, we can have no wrap, and what this does is it's not going to wrap any words, it's just going to keep on running. So if you look at the paragraph here, ignore this is a div, it goes on and goes on, even with spaces. It accepts spaces, but spaces don't bring it down to a new line, as you can see here. So that's no wrap. We also have pre, which I think stands for preserve, and that's going to preserve our spaces between. It looks normal for us, but if we go to the HTML and I say, today I am going to go to the store and buy llama 4 cases jelly bean and shoe, as well as a 40-pack of CDs. So now, as you can see, it reserves these spaces. Normally, we would have to put a break tag like this. So you can see it allows breaks and allows normal spaces. That's because we have the preserve. It preserves any white space we give it. So if we turn this back off and save it, refresh it, oh, you can see it doesn't work anymore. It just says llama 4 cases of jelly bean shoe 40 packs of CD. Yeah. So that is what pre does. There's a few more other settings, including pre-line, pre-wrap, which you can look those up. I'm not going to go into those, but I do want to go over a new thing, text indent. This, we can give it a pixel amount on how much to indent words. So like 30 pixels for say. So that will indent the first line of every paragraph. Because if you know much about paragraphs, oftentimes we will want to indent the very first line. So that is the text indent property. We can just give this a value. Let's say 200. Refresh it now. Oh, you see it messes with things. So yeah, that's what the text indent does. So that's all I really have to say in this. Oh, no, it's not all I have to say. I have to go over something else. Bring this back down to 40. That looks pretty good. We have text align. So it looks like this. Text align. And there's 3 values we can give this: center, left, and right. So let's get, oh man, I am just so popular. Ah, I got a text saying I'm a loser. Like, I'm not even kidding. It just says loser Bob, which I don't know why the Bob's there, but for some reason people put Bob at the end of my name. Oh well. All right, so left. Oh, well, you see, nothing happens. That's because it's already aligned to the left. Center, on the other hand, will put all the text in the center. The reason it's aligned to the left, you can see every new line. These line up with the side of the comment. If you look here, they're all lined up. But on the other side, you can see there's space between these words. That's because it's left aligned, not right aligned. So let's try center. So now all of our content is centered in the center. Now this indent is kind of throwing things off, so you may want to take the indent when you're using the center. So this is what the center looks like. It balances the space between the left side and the right side. We can also put text align right, which that's what that does. And if you want to see what happens when you add a text indent, 40 pixels. That's what happened. It indents it even farther. I wonder if you can put a negative. Yes, you can. So yeah, you can put a negative, which can mess with your view here. So -10. So yes, that is all I have to say in this video. So be sure to check out the next one. Be sure to subscribe and check out my other content. Thank you, and I shall see you around. God bless.